Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon Nostra Perna. Today, I will predict with deadly accuracy what will happen this NFL season in terms of player awards. Something I was too spot on with last year. I was so good last year, I actually think I am doomed this year on a direct flight to failure. Now, I predicted the Browns would make the playoffs. The Cleveland Browns make the playoffs. A lot of this comes down to Baker Mayfield, but he's got the right coach in place. Somebody's gonna bootleg him, get him outside of the pocket, a new left tackle, and was humbled last year. The Bills winning the AFC East. The Bills will also win the AFC East, and most disturbingly, Andrew Cuomo using his position of power for sex. Sean McDermott is caught bribing Andrew Cuomo to let the Bills bring fans into the stadium. And I don't mean with money. How the hell was I right about that one? I don't know, but let's throw some shit at the wall in terms of NFL awards and see what sticks today. That's good sports. Oh, please, come on. Do it. Do it. Today's episode is sponsored by buyraycon.com/that'sgood, which will save you 15% when you use my link below. If you watch this channel regularly, then you know I work very hard producing more videos than is necessary and that I use my Raycon everyday earbuds to stay fit via power walking. But I also use them to relax and to keep my mind right, to get through the grind of the day and the craziness that comes with football season. For me, music with my morning cup of coffee is therapeutic, and with Raycon's comfortable gel tip, snug fit, and 32 hours of battery life, I can take some time every day to zone out and charge my mentals. The 5 to 10 minutes a day I get on my back patio to breathe, absorb some music, and think of the day's most intelligent fart joke for my show is priceless. Priced right are Raycon earbuds, especially if you click my link in the description to get 15% off your purchase. A true steal since Raycons are already half the price of other premium audio brands. Okay, I do finally have justified reason to cancel Tom Brady. Just listen to this elitist health nut body shame Mike Vrabel.
Mike's kind of an ass if you get to know him, but he's kind of fat and out of shape now. You know, physically he's really declined to a pretty sad state.
Body shaming is not cool, Tom. And if Mike Vrabel ever does cut off his own penis to win a Super Bowl, I think I know where he's going to shove it. That said, I do have a confession to make, and I never, ever thought this would happen, but it is happening. Tom Brady, free from the evil empire, is making too much sense when he talks and is actually becoming, likable. Here he is discussing how shitty the NFL has made rules for defenses.
Every hard hit is a penalty on the defense, so I feel like they penalize defensive players for offensive mistakes. A defensive player comes in and hits him hard, and they throw a flag on the defense. So they've almost moved the protection of your opponent to you, as opposed to where it should be, which is on yourself. Like if you're a quarterback, you got to protect yourself and your players. It shouldn't be the responsibility of your opponent to protect you.
Oh man, he is so right. It shouldn't be the responsibility of your opponent to protect you.
So in the end, I think it's a really disservice to the sport, because the sport isn't being played at a high level like I believe that it once was.
It is a disservice to the sport. Holy hell, this means Tom Brady is actually a football purist. Sure, he always wants a flag himself, and these rules, the changes that favor the offense and the safety of the quarterback are literally the only reason he's still playing, but he's right. This, me enjoying Tom Brady just a little bit, is the first real sign of the apocalypse. My prediction, if Brady wins another Super Bowl, which is very probable, I won't care. I'll be at peace with it, and Tom will retire. Tom Brady's final season predicted here. My next prediction is that the NFL will never again say football is gay. in a pro-LGBTQ ad. Not because there's anything wrong with showing love for the LGBTQ community, but because high school football participation numbers will drop significantly as insecure teenage boys turn to wrestling to try and prove how not gay they are. The only reason I played football was to prove to my dad I wasn't gay, and how can I do that if football is gay now? On to my MVP prediction. Now, not to pat myself on the back too hard, but last year, I fucking nailed my MVP prediction. Roll the clip. Aaron Rodgers wins his third MVP. The Packers didn't draft any playmakers for him. They drafted his replacement, who apparently can't even throw well at training camp. But Aaron Rodgers is going to be extra motivated in spite of all that, because he is that stubborn and that vindictive, and he loves to hold grudges. That's right, I picked Aaron Rodgers, and he ended up being the most valuable player by a long shot, putting together the best season of his career. I'm not going to go back to the well and pick Rodgers again, even though that might be likely, but I am going to take another player who had an MVP caliber season in 2020. I'm talking about Josh Allen, baby. Josh Allen took a huge leap from 2019 to 2020. I don't think he's going to make that big of a leap again, because if he does, he will become the single greatest athlete in sports history. But all he needs to become MVP is a nice little bunny hop. One of the main reasons, though, I like Allen for MVP is his offensive coordinator, Brian Daboll. Usually, when you see a young offense take off like the Bills did last year, their OC becomes a head coach immediately, but that did not happen to Daboll. So Allen gets an extra year of continuity, and I think it will pay off with a huge season throwing to one of the deepest wide receiver groups in the league. One that added Emmanuel Sanders this offseason. Plus, Buffalo heading into the season has the 23rd easiest schedule. Allen for MVP, book it. Runner-up, Matthew Stafford. Offensive Player of the Year. Since I resisted Aaron Rodgers for MVP, I'll do the next best thing and give Offensive Player of the Year to Davante Adams, who I think will put up over 1,600 yards and lead the league in touchdowns. The mental gymnastics to give an award to a receiver and not his quarterback will be strong, but it will happen. Defensive Player of the Year. Now, the easy pick here, in my opinion, would be Chase Young, who looked dominant in brief preseason action. You're also going to be right about half the time if you say Aaron Donald, who already has 3 of these, but I think Ben Roethlisberger's elbow might actually be good to go for a full season, despite what I've said all offseason. And TJ Watt finally wins the award. You could argue he should have won it last season, but I think if the Steelers actually keep playing good football in December on the offensive side, Watt gets the award, just like his big bro also did 3 times. Here's a new award, the Sugar Daddy Award, which will go to 44-year-old Tom Brady when he takes advantage of the youngest defender in the league. This is an award I'm gonna look forward to every year. Quick ones, Matt Nagy, he's gonna be the first head coach fired. Most interceptions thrown, Jared Goff. Everyone beaten Goff in 2021. Most interceptions by a defender, Carlton Davis. Xavier Howard did it last season with 10. And I think with the addition of Joe Tryon, the Bucs pass rush is going to force a lot of bad throws. Mommy! Most sacks goes to Myles Garrett. Leading rusher, oh man, I want to say Derrick Henry gets it 3 years in a row. Something only Emmitt Smith and Jim Brown have done. But this feels like a surprise DeMarco Murray rushing title type of year. So here goes nothing. I'm going to give it to Antonio Gibson, taking the crown in Washington. Nope, correction. Earl Campbell also had the rushing title 3 years in a row. So it seems like it's time for another back to get 3, so I will go back to Derrick Henry. Another bold prediction, Gardner Minshew finishes the season as the Eagles starting quarterback, winning 7 of 5 games. You heard me right. Knowing head coach Nick Sirianni was one of the first NFL personnel members to see Minshew shirtless after an intense game of horse There is no other option here. Speaking of something, Ryan Fitzpatrick gets to play in and win his first playoff game. Fitzmagic will also set the record for longest touchdown pass for a guy who has a beard longer than Nick Foles' penis. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Last year I predicted that wide receiver Jerry Jeudy would take home the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, and sadly I was incorrect. He wasn't even the best rookie receiver last year. That distinction belongs to Justin Jefferson. Now you might assume that picking Jeudy taught me the lesson that you shouldn't always be a homer. Well, you'd be freaking wrong. I'm sticking with the Broncos, and god damn it, I'm taking Javonte Williams for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's beating out Najee Harris, Jamar Chase, who is already letting it slip through his fingers, and Travis Etienne, already out for the year with an injury. Trevor Lawrence will barely be able to get a pass off in Jacksonville. Justin Fields is sitting behind the red rifle, and Zach Wilson, well, he plays for the Jets. Javonte is a three-dimensional running back. He runs with power, he blocks with power, and he's a natural receiver, out of the backfield with power. I think he'll quickly take that power and use it to get the starting job from Melvin Gordon, run for 1,200 yards, and lead the Broncos in touchdowns. He's also got Teddy Bridgewater at quarterback, who compared him to Alvin Kamara. So get ready for him to catch about 95 passes as Teddy checks down a lot. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, I really want to say Patrick Surtain, but I'm going to try and not be a homer twice. This is a no homers club. Plus, I think there's reason to believe Surtain might not get as many snaps as he would on another team given the Broncos' depth at the corner position. Also, when was the last time a corner won Rookie of the Year? Oh, Marshawn Lattimore in 2017? Okay, so maybe it's not that hard. But I'm going with Arizona Cardinals linebacker Zaven Collins. Sorry, Micah Parsons fans, but I've been high on Zaven since before the draft. Zaven is, of course, a strain of medical grade sativa, so take me being high on Zaven with a grain of salt. Collins was impressive in the preseason and is going to pair nicely next to Isaiah Simmons, who should be much more effective in year 2 and playing the full season. Let's just say the Cardinals defense.
Here he is, having the time of his life.
Comeback Player of the Year. I've got to go with Jameis Winston, who will throw the most passes that come back the other way. I'm kidding, because Jameis Winston is actually going to win for most unintentionally funny player in 2021, finally beating out Gronk.
The best back tandems in the league, right?
So my Comeback Player of the Year. There are so many high caliber players that got hurt and missed a big portion of 2020. Von Miller, Nick Bosa, who won't win it because he will be getting the award for having the most racist girlfriend in the league. You can't win both awards. Saquon Barkley, Cortland Sutton, Odell Beckham Jr., just to name a few. But I'm going to go with a running back. Christian McCaffrey to bounce back from a disappointing 2020 when he missed 13 games with a couple of different injuries. The Panthers' offense looks more potent with Sam Darnold, and I think he's going to take advantage of the best running back in the league. I think we've forgotten how incredible Christian McCaffrey's 2019 season was. 1,200 rushing yards, another 1,000 receiving, and 19 total touchdowns. He was the Panthers' offense before he got hurt, and it showed last year. And after rededicating himself to pledging allegiance to the flag under Matt Rule's direction, as you can see here, he'll bounce back and take home the American Award. And finally, we've got Head Coach of the Year. If Miami can make the playoffs in the AFC East, this award should belong to Brian Flores, who should have won it back in 2019 when he got 5 wins out of a roster that was designed specifically with losing in mind. Tua is going to have a breakout season, bouncing back from an up-and-down rookie year, and Flores will get the trophy he's long deserved. Bill Belichick will be in contention with Mac Jones and the Pats being good again, but won't get the award when the Buffalo Bills bounce the Pats from the postseason on their way to the Super Bowl. unless the Browns do it.
Mommy!
Thanks for watching. That's Good Sports 2021 NFL Prediction Awards episode. Regular season football starts next week. Holy cow. If you want to watch some more videos, they are on the screen now.